This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain adult language, violence, and sexual themes, as well as shocking revelations. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where tonight my friends and I will be playing the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is called The Moonchild. It was written by Paul Fricker, and it's part of the collection Nameless Horrors. It's available from Chaosium and Drive-Thru RPG. Our keeper of arcane lore is Mike McGinn, and this is episode 4. Our recap will be given by Sawyer Hill as his character, Eric Wilson. So, without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Sawyer?
Thank you, Tom. So at some point during the night, Eric finds another newspaper article, and it's titled, "Group of Murder Victims Still Think They Can Find a Way Out." And it's by the same Melinda Moody. David's special friends arrived in Northtown to help their pathetic addict friend, Sarah Moore. After a day of fumbling around pretending to be of assistance, they split up as they're much easier to murder that way. Elisa and Maggie thought burying their head in a book would solve everything. Like many, they turned to Raley as a potential solution. In a magical book, The Moonchild. Possession? Maybe. Two sad shits grasping at straws? Likely. Another book they uncovered, The Horned Altar, gave them the solution to solving everything. Absolutely nothing. They can do nothing. Plus, a team effort between Zoltar the Magnificent and Maggie's dead mom proves they are still easily scared. John and Melinda went on a little investigation to the hospital where their old friend Stacy was kept. Poor Stacy. She thought she had the Moonchild, Bradley, her son. She really wanted to believe Nathan and another ex-group member, Marie, took her son from her. Nobody believed her and her empty little pictures. Doctors and staff couldn't see the Bradley she so dearly loved. John Melinda claimed to see it, but what good is the witness of the dead? Stacy's scar was longer than the others. Maybe she should have cut off her arm and gave herself a real reason to be hospitalized. Eric, Ray, and Ray's precious dog Bowser sought Nathan at the library. Nathan, who hits others, likely Sarah, to feel powerful. Marie still was reportedly in contact with Nathan. Perhaps she doesn't know he hit Sarah. Perhaps she doesn't know he shot Ray and Eric in his own office and ran away like a coward. Why doesn't it feel good to hurt people this time, Nathan? Of course, Ray and Eric turned out to be fine, barely a scratch. After all, if they were to die today, that would make our previous article a lie. All of them will die in David's house. With David's bag in hand, they fled the library. Eyewitness reports have seen the group meeting with another of their own, the one-armed man, Greg. John hopes to conduct a tarot reading, the others to find a way out. But as our dear readers know, only death awaits this sad, nosy group. And that's the end of the article.
Wow, very good. Yeah, you find this right before bed. Where are you, at home, or did you go back to Ray's place where you guys stayed?
So this is probably at the hotel, and this is kind of in his sleepless limbo. So it might just be a dream at this point, but
yeah. Ray's been doing yoga for like an hour and a half at this point. I'm like, Eric, bro, you gotta wind down, man.
Yeah. Okay. So the two of you are sharing a room. Eric's been fitfully trying to sleep before he finds this. Ray, where's Bowser at?
Well, he's probably asleep on the couch already.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good. Okay, as you continue doing yoga, Ray, Eric turns over. You start trying to sleep again, Eric. And after a while, you feel your breathing become more regular and you slowly kind of start to drift off. And you pick up and suddenly realize that you're awake again. The room's completely dark. The kind of side night light that Ray had on while he was doing yoga is off now. And you hear a voice speaking to you in the darkness. It's it sounds like your voice. Tell me about the bad times, Eric, back when you were using too much coke. What did you do to the people who didn't do what you wanted? Did you drug them first?
He sort of shouts into the darkness, "Leave me alone, those times are past."
And the voice says, what did you do to Ellen?
That's none of your business.
Oh, it's both our business.
We can do nothing now. We have to leave it behind.
The voice doesn't respond, and you're left with that. So tell me what you think about as you try to fall asleep.
He kind of probably thinks of Ellen for a bit, them having a fairly good relationship before, he made everything go downhill. And he, I think he's just, if it wasn't for the fact he was tired already, he would just stay up all night thinking about it. But eventually he does go into like an uneasy sleep.
Nice. Okay, we'll just flip over to nearby Ray. You finish your yoga, assuming you eventually crawl onto your side or the separate bed, maybe, and start falling asleep. And you experience something similar in the middle of the night. You wake up and you hear your voice kind of speaking as though you're, for a moment, maybe you almost have the feeling of something sitting on the small chair in the room, vaguely your own silhouette speaking to you. You like writing, don't you, Ray? Do you have a bedtime story for me?
Eric, are you here? What's happening?
You kind of glance around in fear, and you looking over the other bed. It appears as though it's empty at the moment. Eric must have got up and left, maybe. You write about your fantasies, don't you, Ray? Couldn't sleep, could you, Ray? What did you do in those other late night hours all those years ago?
Well, yeah, I would go on long walks. I'd look up at the stars. I'd pretend I had magical powers and try to do it.
Yeah.
Mostly innocent. That's the
Well,
embarrassing books. That's all I have to show.
but was there ever a window maybe you looked through?
Oh, sure. That's, that the people of that town. I'd just walk around. People wouldn't close their curtains. You know, there's plenty of people that doing stuff they think that they're invisible when they're in their house.
So how do you eventually calm yourself enough to fall asleep?
Mm, I probably have some mantras that I just repeat to myself. I'm used to being bent out on drugs and not being able to sleep that way. So even if my heart's pounding, I can just stare at the ceiling and repeat the same words over and over.
Nice. Okay, we'll cross not so far across town to John's place. I don't remember if Melinda or John ended up in the bedroom and who ended up on the couch.
Melinda is taking my bed. John is on the couch.
Okay, gotcha. So on the couch, John, you wake up, your heart is racing in the middle of the night when you wake up suddenly. And again, you hear a voice that is suspiciously like your own voice. You used to cut yourself and take drugs, didn't you, John? Did you ever hurt other people? What about the drugs? They cost you a lot, didn't they? Come on, what did you do to pay for them?
Screw off. I'm not listening to you.
We both know what you did. You made yourself dirty.
I did, but I've moved past that now. I'm in a different stage of my life now.
Yeah. You think just like that you can be clean again?
I don't know. I'm just doing my best.
Yeah. The voice doesn't respond after that. So how do you eventually find your way to sleep? Or do you?
My mind is racing with the voice I just heard. Um, some feelings of guilt begin to drip in, and he can't stop thinking about Stacy and what he saw when he met her and how she met her and the scar. And he looks down at his palm, and he's wondering if he's marked for death or meant to meet the same fate. And he doesn't fall asleep right away. He lies awake for probably an hour before he just passes out of it with exhaustion.
Wow.
Doesn't sleep well.
I would imagine not. Uh, Scars are on the right hand. I'll just sneak that in now. Sorry. Um, or maybe it was left. Sorry. Left hand. Let's move from there into the bedroom. Melinda was doing a particular nighttime ritual before bed. Oh, you're muted.
Just a little meditation.
Yeah. Thinking of the others in your
Repeating
group, maybe?
affirmations.
Yeah.
Yeah, but trying to empty my mind of them as I've been taught.
Yeah.
But if there is one person who comes to mind, it's my grandmother, my mother's mother, who was a good person, and she taught me a lot. But she wouldn't have understood the Buddhism thing. She was a Christian, and I remember once when one of my brothers was going to have an operation, and we were all appendicitis. We were all frightened, and my grandmother sat all us kids down together, and she started to say Psalm 23, and she said, "This is what soldiers say before they go into battle. This is what we little humans have to allow us to be stronger than we really are. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me."
Melinda, you fall into a deep sleep and suddenly jolt wide awake sometime late in the night, only to hear your voice either in your head or echoing around your room whisper to you, "Tyler was a good man. Why did you drive your husband away?" Of course he hit you, dear. He hit you because you were bad. Tell me about how you made Tyler's life a living hell.
This is bullshit. STFU. Thank you for sharing. Good night.
The voice doesn't come back. Does any of what it said stick with you or bother you?
I do not forget the past. It's a lesson for me, and it can help myself to live well, and it can help myself to be with others when I'm at my best. We all have our moments of weakness, but I have tools to help me be stronger. And if my grandmother had been with us, I could have told her.
Yeah. And I think with that, you are able to find your way back into a sleep and rest through the night. Now, Maggie and Alicia, have the two of you split up for the night or gone back to a singular place to rest?
I believe we're staying over my home, my
At your home,
apartment.
Alicia? Okay, nice. Or sorry, Maggie, thank you. Yeah. Okay. In that case, let's zone in first on Maggie, perhaps. Was there anything you were doing before bed or thinking about or
I think she's completely exhausted. She might be just wanting to get Alicia settled, and then she'll worry about her routine, brushing her teeth, the things she does. I mean, she's probably going through things in her mind. First, she's like, I'm getting rid of that fucking Zoltar machine first thing in the morning. We're getting rid of that goddamn thing. And then she starts to think about all these things that she stopped believing, that now she's got like incontrovertible proof in her face, evidence of that this might be real. And so it's sort of it's like a turning point moment for her. She's trying through her exhaustion and needing to sleep. She's trying to not think about it yet. She's going to need these friends that she's reconnected with to deal with it. But it's like, everything she thought she believed once and then didn't, and then believes again. It's like a roller coaster, a lot of emotions coming back. She's thinking about all that she's done. She's like, I've been a phony for most of the time I've owned this shop. I'm just making money off of people, and it's all real. And I don't know. She's sort of having like a midlife, what might be a proto midlife crisis beginning for her. Just looking at her face.
Maybe you're tossing, go look at the mirror and go back to bed, get up a little while later, go splash some water in your face and back to bed and kind of return back. And
there's exhaustion, but no sleep.
Yeah. Maybe the third time you make the trip to the washroom and splash your face, you look up to see Stacy, or no, not Stacy. Now so you see Sarah in the mirror, looking across back from you in the mirror, and the mouth opens and you hear her speak in your voice. Those people back in the day, back at those meetings of the Occult Society, they used you, didn't they, Maggie? You were so entranced by their pretend magic. Why did you let them fool you, Maggie? What were you so desperate to be liked? Tell me what you did to be liked.
I just wanted to be around people. I just wanted to have a good time. I went to party. It was college. I don't know. It was my first time away from home. Like my mother was so goddamn domineering in my life. Not letting me make any choices for myself. It was my first real taste of freedom. I just wanted to have a good time. That's all. It wasn't for power or anything. I just wanted to have a good time.
You kind of half glance back up at the mirror again and see Sarah's face is now contorted into that of a young 20-something-ish man with long, lank blonde hair and gray eyes who grins at you evilly before the entire mirror goes dark, not showing even your reflection.
Oh, God. The fucking David? Who the fuck was that? I think Maggie's just gonna walk back out of the bathroom, and she knows she's not going to sleep tonight.
Okay.
She's gonna go sit on the couch.
And we'll switch views to the spare room where Alicia tries to rest. How about Alicia? Any bedtime rituals or?
Yeah, and in fact, I warned Maggie. First of all, Maggie, are we in a house or an apartment?
I think she would live in an apartment, a single woman. I think she would.
Is there a room above or below us, or are these?
Kind of think of it like maybe a split house apartment. So maybe
yeah.
maybe there's
Well,
nobody
I warn her
next door.
if if there's nobody underneath where we are, I warn her that I'm going to perform a nighttime ritual, but she's going to hear banging on the floor. Just ignore it. It won't go on for very long.
Nice.
I heard that
So
a lot in college.
when I'm alone in my room, I light 2 candles. I light some incense that I have with me. I meditate for a few minutes, and then I double up my fists so that my nails bite into my skin, and I pray to Hecate, the goddess of magic, in Greek, but the translation is, "O friend and companion of night, thou who rejoicest in the baying of dogs and spilt blood, who wanderest in the midst of shades among the tombs, who longest for blood and bringeth terror to mortals," and I bang the ground. Uh, Gorgo, I bang the ground. Mormo, bang the ground. Thousand-faced moon, and I bang the ground. Look favorably on our sacrifice and guard and protect us from the evil that haunts the darkness. You bang the ground because she gotta hear you down there in the underworld. So,
Totally. Nice.
and then there's obviously a little bit of blood. And then I meditate some more, and then I clean up and I go to sleep.
You go to sleep. At first, your sleep seems solid, and you can feel yourself just beginning to slip into maybe a dream, and some thoughts begin coursing through your mind before again you find yourself slowly waking up to hear the pounding on the floor near your bed. Bam, bam, bam.
Does it feel like I'm awake, or does it feel like I'm dreaming?
Yeah, you're not sure at first, but increasingly your senses are coming back to you and telling you that you're awake. And kind of from directly over where you were kneeling before doing this ritual, the voice comes over to you and says, "Do you remember the things the voices told you to do? You did some of those things, Alicia, didn't you?"
Go back to hell.
Oh, you've
Go back
tried
to
to forget.
Tartarus.
Huh. But you still hear them pleading in your dreams, don't you? Do you think Gary knew about you and Eric?
You're speaking lies. It's all you speak. Go away. Go down to Tartarus and stay there.
I think at the end Gary knew.
I'm not going to debate with you anything. You're a demon. Go away. Go back to the Moonchild.
And it slaps the floor one last time and you hear nothing else.
Jeez, I hope Maggie didn't hear that part.
And how do you sleep for the rest of the night, Alicia?
I continually, I sort of mantra it that it's either a dream or it's a demon, and they try to scare you, and they really, if it could really hurt me, it would hurt me. So it's bullshit. And
It must be.
wow, it can read my head and it knows things in my brain. Yeah, any demon can do that. So I'm not impressed.
Nice. Okay, let's flash cut from there to the back room at Denny's the next morning as you sit across from Greg as he very capably manages to cut through his pancakes with one hand and says, "Okay, I know. Sorry, I was looking for something shocking to say. I could have said half the man I used to be, or I'm going to need a hand, or something. Anyways, yeah, so I don't know. I got into taking risks. I did it during university during those years, and anytime there was a fast car race in the streets or something like that, I was part of it and just kept taking chances. And I felt like these ideas just came to me. I'd be doing something and it would pop into my head, and I'd feel this compulsion to take crazy chances. Well, I was working at a factory at the time, and one day it happened, and I didn't get so lucky and ended up like this. The crazy thing is, after that point, I don't know what I guess it was what I needed or something, because I stamped my life out. I got a job at the Undertaker's place, and things have been great. God, you guys look tired.
Yeah, we've got a long story.
You lost the hand with the scar on it.
Oh shit! Yeah, I guess you're right. I didn't even. You know what? I hadn't thought of that for such a long time now. Yeah. Oh my God. Do you guys still have that?
Oh,
Here we are.
no. Well, we're together, but
I
No.
purposely don't show because they'll notice the other little
Bruising. That was a fucked up night. I'm a bit embarrassed now to say, but I can't remember a whole lot of what happened. Something about us cutting our hands and rubbing it on a skull or something. God, fuck.
we think, we're grown-ups now. We're not college kids anymore, and we've had lives, and some of us have been married, and some of us have lost our husbands, and there's been a lot that goes on. And I would say that at this point in our lives, we shouldn't believe in magic or anything like that. But just recently, last few days, we were contacted by, what's her name? Not Stacy. Was it
Sarah.
Stacey?
Sarah Moore.
Sarah. By Sarah.
Oh,
And-
yeah. How's she
and-
doing?
Oh, she's not doing well at all.
Bad.
We have reason to believe that David talked us into that ritual way back when,
Yeah, well, that wouldn't surprise me.
and that
man.
and that somehow it kind of worked. Anyways, we're being picked off by something. Something is trying to destroy our lives. We've all now experienced something completely beyond bizarre.
Oh, shit,
A loose spirit or something is threatening us and causing us to hallucinate things.
Jeez.
There was something in my room last night banging on the floor.
You're giving me shivers. Is this true? He looks to the rest of you.
It is true. Greg, have you experienced anything strange lately?
No, nothing.
Because you've been cut off from it by your accident, which might be the most fortunate thing that ever did happen to you.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. This isn't some kind of joke, is it?
No.
No.
Can we more or less say that we tell him
Yeah. catch him
everything
up
that
on
we
the
know
story.
so far?
Yeah. You go through it, and
Do you have a story to tell us, Greg?
is there, before we go into that, is there any particular points that you'd like to really stress to him, just to really sell it to him, I guess?
Well,
He
I
is-
want to point out the Nathan, the marks on his fist and signs of him abusing Sarah, and essentially say, stay away from Marie because we think she's in contact with Nathan. Stay away from Nathan and stay away from David because
Okay. Yeah.
they're nothing but trouble.
Stacy's dead.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Nathan attacked Ray and John last night.
Well, we thought he did. We imagined, hallucinated. Well, it was me and it was Eric
yeah.
and
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's hard to say for sure because we were obviously tripping already, but it seemed like he shared it with us and then fled.
He thought he shot both of us.
Yeah, well, that's if we were seeing the real Nathan, but he might be just as affected as the shit as we are. He has the same scar.
And Maggie and I were in her bookshop And when we were doing research, and when we mentioned the horned god, the whole shop just exploded, books flying off the shelf and tables being overturned. And
I haven't thought of you guys
Greg,
for years. Oh, go ahead.
I just want you to know, like, if I were in your seat 24 hours ago, I'd be looking at us all like we were crazy. I mean, I haven't believed in this stuff in years, but a lot has happened in the last 24 hours that I'm not sure. I've seen my mother, my dead mother, I've seen. There's something going on, and
we know that it's a fake. It's something trying to scare us, but it's scaring us into making physical mistakes. It could trick us into walking off a cliff by making us think that it's not a cliff. And it means us harm. And it all has something to do.
Alicia.
It all has something to do with Sarah's kid. That David was trying to create a Moonchild, whatever the hell that is.
Okay, yeah. Not familiar with that one.
David,
God, you guys.
Greg, I bought a book back from the bookstore. Alicia and I were. It appears to us when we look at it to be completely blank. I think it's part of this curse, this thing that's affecting us.
Yeah.
I want you to take a look at it and tell me what you see on the pages. We may need your help if you're disconnected from this thing by that accident.
You might be able to see reality that we can't.
It's a book called The Horn God, which we think might be related to this.
That night,
we're hoping we can find, it's probably got the ritual that started this, and we're hoping we can find something in here that might counter it. And I'm going to hand him the book.
The biggest thing that makes me feel like I want to believe what you guys are all saying is that night that it kind of bothered me for a while after, and I never could put my finger on it. But yeah, it's a bit of a volume here.
So is your writing in it?
Yeah, it's packed.
We don't see anything.
What about to Keeper? Do none of us see it, or do any of us see it?
Can I have a look?
None of you see
Please?
it.
I want to try to disbelieve again. Make a sanity roll to disbelieve.
Yeah.
It doesn't want us to see the inside of that book.
Probably got the answer.
Unfortunately, that's a fail. So
okay. So you can't, and I'm afraid you're also going to lose a point of sanity. Is that not believing that you are blocked from whatever some extraplanar entity somehow has again a reminder that this crazy mess that you're in is real somehow. Melinda, did you want to try too?
Yeah, and I failed.
Oh no. Okay, take a sanity. As you try to scrutinize these pages, is if there's places where a word suddenly appears, then disappears, and the word somewhere else appears. It is inscrutable to you.
John, Melinda, I've got an idea. This sometimes works in ritual magic. Take it and look at it in a mirror. See if you can see the text there. It's one thing to make the book disappear from our minds, but in a mirror, it might not think about reflections.
Yeah.
Does it show up no reflection of our glass here?
Yeah.
It's hard, possible to read, but
well,
holding it, Greg kind of leans over and holds it up to it, and you can see kind of a blurred, slurry kind of writing off the reflection of the glass. But Greg takes it back and skips through some pages. Yes, it seems to be a kind of spell book of some kind, or different rituals for contacting this entity. If you want, give me a couple of minutes and I can look it over and see if I can get something out of it here.
Everybody, we need to keep our eyes around. Greg, and I put my hand on Greg's. I have a reason to believe that you might be in big danger for doing this, but we'll try to warn you if a plate or a hot coffee pot or something's going to come flying at you.
Sorry to interrupt, honey, but does anyone need a refill? Waitress
Yeah,
kind of comes into the side back room where you guys are up. Is that I kind of thought when you booked this room that it was for a kids party.
It is.
A kid's part? No. Yeah.
we were all kids once, honey.
Okay. And with that, she fills up some waters and starts removing empty plates and taking them out.
Great.
While Greg is doing the reading, this gives me a chance to phone my office to inquire about Kevin Baxter, the guy
Keith,
who
I think.
we've heard,
Yeah.
Keith, who we've heard mentioned a couple of times, to find out if there's any record of him in our filing system.
Are you going to do that in the room with them, or are you going out into the restaurant or outside the restaurant?
I'll go to the door,
Okay.
to the doorway. I'm
Kind
not
of
going to go
door-
out
the-
and be alone.
The doorway of the room that you guys are in, you mean?
Yeah.
Kind of looking out
Yeah.
into the restaurant. Yeah. And from there, you kind of have a half view into the restaurant. You can see there's a few families. Looks like a couple older guys sitting together, maybe off to go hunting or do something. And maybe a couple ladies having mimosas over at another table.
Okay. The guys who are hunting, they don't have their shotguns with them
No.
at the table.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm also going to suggest while this is going on and while Greg is doing a skim of the horned altar, if maybe we listen to the tape, if Ray or Eric brought that tape, maybe we get a quick listen.
I do have
I
it,
think
yes.
we swung
I
by
have David's whole
Alicia's.
bag here,
We
actually.
swung by Alicia's antique store on the way and picked up a cassette player. So we'll.
Yeah, let's listen to that. There might be a clue on there that might be able to help us.
One question I wanted to ask beforehand. Does anyone remember on that night? This is just a connection I'm thinking of. Did the skull, we touched a skull. Did the skull have horns on it? That might connect it to this book. It did.
It did. That is my memory.
I was also wondering, would Ray have any knowledge or memories of this book in helping David prepare for the ritual?
You know what? For Ray, I think I'm going to have you roll an int check to see if you can remember back then. He was always carrying around different books.
Yeah. A 48 is, I'll spend 3 luck to pass.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. Yeah, you know what? I think you might not remember this particular binding for it, but it's that little sigil of the horned skull on the front of the book that you're sure David had a book like his was more worn and well read, and you remember him carrying that with him, and that might have been one of the few in his collection that he was very reluctant to share with others or to let you have a look at. He kept
he was always he would be very like talkative with lofty goals of different things that he could think he could accomplish. Is there anything like specifically towards that I can remember?
You know what? Not specifically, just mainly that when you remember him and you going out and buying alcohol before the night of that party, and you remember him stopping every now and then to reread parts of it, and he'd read you quotes that made very little sense to you about the nature of magic and magic's power to usher in a new era of understanding and power and different lofty things, and for every thought he had that was a universal aid or benevolence, there'd be something quickly following behind it that would still show that he had this rooted desire for power, or for that he would be at the center of it all, whatever new era he brought about.
I figured that
undoubtedly serve his ego in some way as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, so you pop the cassette into the player and press play. Melinda, I take it you're not in the room as this is happening. You are out or just at the edge of the room on the phone.
I'm at the edge, yeah. I mean, if you want me not to listen, then it's cool.
No, just curious. No, I think it's fine that you do hear it. So maybe you're just about to call as John hits play, and here goes.
Nathan?
Good morning. How was your sleep last night?
I want to go home. Where are my mom and dad?
Sweetie, we already explained this to you. Now we need you to look at the book again and help us understand what is written.
I don't want to read more.
Listen, you little shit. I need you to read the book.
Okay. Stand on the precipice and raise your arms to the
Uncaring gods of the cosmos. Aklak, Akla, Diona, Flatagan, Skalak, Akla, Adnathan, I will swallow your souls, bend your corpses to dance at my will. Damn, shut the book.
I'm very disappointed in you. We'll be back to check on you later.
No, wait.
Do any of you? That's not Sean's voice, is it?
It's
Is that Nathan as a boy?
You definitely heard the adult was Nathan's voice, especially Eric and Ray can recognize it immediately that the adult male was Nathan. You don't recognize the boy's voice.
It's Bradley. Maybe it's or Mark.
Was that Marie's voice?
Oh shoot!
Yeah, did it sound like Marie?
It's been years since you guys have talked to Marie, but the kind of condescending tone does remind you a bit of her for sure.
And she took Stacy's kid.
The voice changed too.
So, this Moonchild thing, what if once someone becomes a Moonchild, they become like what we've been reading? They don't exist unless people know of it. What if the reason no one can find Bradley is Bradley no longer exists? And
or he's invisible.
What if Sean is the new? Maybe they failed with Bradley and had to have Sean as like a backup.
No, they're the same age. They're both 9 years old.
Or maybe I get more than one at the same time, just like as a backup.
The Nathan and Marie, I hear, but what's the other voice? Greg pitches in. No. Like I only hear two voices in it.
Oh,
you guys hear a kid's voice?
Yes, there's the voice of a child.
Yeah.
Does it sound like they're talking to someone to you, Greg?
Yeah, it does, but I don't hear a reply.
Yes. So they are talking to this child. If you at least you hear them talking to someone.
I'm just recording a sound loss for Greg.
Well, at least he hears them talking, because otherwise we'd all sound the same.
No, Greg doesn't have his scar anymore because he lost his hand, but maybe you can only see or hear a Moonchild if you have the mark. And we all would have the mark, even the people on that tape that were talking to the boy.
Yeah, but the mark's from a different word. The Moonchild is a ritual done at conception. The mark you have is from the ritual back from 1991.
The horned.
Right.
But it wouldn't allow only us to hear maybe a Moonchild if it was ever created, as if we were part of that ritual or something.
Well, it's two rituals. The connection is David.
We've become sensitive to the magic.
What did the tape say about a god or something? And it mentioned a name. I didn't quite hear what that said. The volume went in and out. Did you hear anything about a god?
Thought so too.
It seemed to chant something about it, like the small kid was reading from some kind of book at Nathan's insistence, and as he was either translating it or decoding it for Nathan, his voice began to change, almost as if he was casting the spell within it before Nathan cut him off.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see Nathan and Marie. What about Dave? How is David linked to this, though?
Well, maybe David's just having those too.
Well, David's the dad.
I will make my phone call.
Yeah. Melinda, hey. This is Dominic. How's it going?
Oh, hi there, Dominic. Listen, I've got a name I'd like you to run. It's cropped up here. I wonder if we have any stories about it. It's Keith Baxter. Does
Keith
that ring any bells? Or maybe put
Baxter.
it in,
Keith Baxter.
check in the database.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, give me a minute here. Typing in Baxter, Baxter. Okay, it's just running. Yeah, you know what? It looks like we did a story maybe about a week or two ago. Yeah, it sounds like the name of, unfortunately, a member of the Northtown homeless community who disappeared. It's police kind of did a little bit of looking, but not sure if he just left town or moved on. He's had a bit of record for vagrancy and some kind of low level criminal charges. Last seen getting into a pickup truck is the only thing we have on him.
What did he look like? Have you got a picture for him?
Going through here, no, I don't offhand. I can keep digging into it for you if you'd like.
Right. Or the police might have one if they were looking around for him. They ought to.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Yeah,
could.
I'm sure there is something. Unfortunately, we didn't have much more room for it than just kind of a sidebar
Sure, sure, but
story.
maybe there's an article coming out of this. I'm in a meeting right now, but if you've got a moment this morning, I'd appreciate if you can phone the police and just get a physical description of this guy based on any photograph
Yeah.
that they
Yeah.
have, and if they have a photograph, maybe they could fax it over.
You chasing something?
I hope so, but you know what it's like. I mean, sometimes something comes of it, sometimes
Yeah.
it's just nothing at all. Are you having a good morning yourself?
Good so far. Just looking over today's edition. Pretty quiet.
Cool. Well, give me a call if you
There's
get anything. But thanks a lot.
certainly nothing in the news today. A bunch of nosy motherfuckers getting murdered.
Right. I disbelieve that.
Okay, roll sanity for me.
Okay. Oh, back to normal, successful sanity rolling. Yes, that's very solid 22. And so I will just ignore that. Okay, bye, Dominic.
And
Please let me know.
all you hear as soon as you disbelieve it is just ringtone.
Okay. All right. Was there ever a call? I wonder. Was there ever a call? I'll ring again.
The phone rings. A voice picks up. Is this Melinda Moody?
Hi, yes.
This is David.
Who?
I'm waiting for you to come to me.
All right. Well, I'll hang up.
And just as you hit the button, you hear the sound of a man's laughter on the other side. Doesn't strike you as David's.
Right. Okay. Well, I will report back.
Yeah, sounds good. The tables are clear.
This little incident.
Well, with the tables clear, Eric has Nathan's bag out and he has brought out the driver's license, the wallet, all the stuff. And he's probably at this point like put the gun on the table and realized the gun on the table and Denny's is a bad idea, so puts it in his jacket.
Okay, so Eric's hanging onto the gun. Okay, yeah, good to
Unless anyone, I don't know if anyone knows how to use a gun, but I'm just keeping it off the table.
Yeah. It is loaded, but the safety's on. There's 6 bullets in it. You can see.
Cool. As a journalism student, I also studied literature, and so I remember Chekhov's rule that if a gun is introduced in Act One, then it's going to be used before the end of the play. I feel somberly.
But this is Act 4.
Right then.
Specifically Act 4, yes.
Mm. So do we get the impression, I'm speaking to the group, Could it be that there were two children that were born, and one of them, Sean, is not the Moonchild, and the one that was born to Stacy is the Moonchild, but nobody can see it.
So
except
Alicia, kind
for-
of what I've been curious of is Sarah talked to Stacy first, right? Like that's before any of this happened. I'm wondering if she just got the idea of the Moonchild thing and made it up about Sean to get us to care. Because, like, I don't trust Sarah. She's weird.
I think there's one way we could find out, and that's with my tarot cards. We could maybe get some insight into who the Moonchild really is.
We've got the whole
has to
table
be yes
here.
or no, right? Could say, is it Sean?
Clear the pancakes, clear the...
You think I should
you're
ask,
muted, Mike.
is Sean the Moonchild, yes or no?
Unless we can think of something better.
How can you ask
I'm
who
not
is
sure.
the Moonchild?
Is Bradley
The Moonchild.
Is
I
Bradley
don't
the
care.
singular Moonchild?
I don't care
Are there
who
more-
is the flicking Moonchild. What I want to do is to get out of this. And I don't. If I found that someone, what is a Moonchild anyway? I just still don't know. It seems to me that if we found, Greg is busy reading the book. Let us find out if he can find the ritual that we went through and what the likely consequences on us are. And then maybe shortly after that, there is the magic spell that undoes it all, or whatever.
I'm
And
still
I would rather.
So
I would rather ask a question like, is there a ritual in this book that will set us free? Something like that.
I'm still skimming it, but the one thing I can tell you guys that's kind of funny is in terms of creating a relationship with this horned god or malevolent entity or whatever it is in the book, the thing at the campfire, the thing out in the forest we did, that's not the first step. There's other rituals before that. It's like the fifth or sixth, starting from just small stuff to spells, but that whatever that was that night, that David was part of this for some time before that.
So you got the whole,
I believe it.
The whole occult club just in on it. Maybe we were just doing it all the whole time. Maybe that David founded the club, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he founded the club to have the victims that he needed.
He thought he was working towards something. Yeah, I mean, he was basically a crazy person where he thought if we just did the next thing, he'd have superpowers.
So, Melinda, you asked, what is the Moonchild? If we look at Crowley's book, which I've skimmed through and read some of it, the concept is the only way for a soul to come into existence for a husband and wife to create a soul. The embryo is ensouled by God or by whatever. And the idea is to create a soul to create a life form without the need for that sort of thing. It's a weird
something else into it.
Yeah, it's to somehow take a soul that has no connection to humanity and to put it inside of an embryo and have it grow where it's not really connected to the mother or the father. That's at least what Crowley was talking about. Is that what they tried to do? Is to capture a spirit and put it into an embryo? And he also mentions that once it's in the embryo, then that embryo actually holds both souls, the soul of the child and the soul of the entity. And eventually the entity takes over the body. It's an entity that has itself a human soul and wants to be alive like us, in which case, who knows? It could be the next, I can't, what year is this? This is modern.
2013.
I can say Hitler. Yes, it wants to be the next Hitler or the next Stalin, or I don't know. It's a demon. It's a demon in human form.
Yeah, well, so that's what I've been working under the assumption is that like we all have the scar, that it has our blood, and that's how it has our power over us.
That's where it's
And
gotten
so
its
that's
humanity.
yeah, that's where I figured. I mean, yeah, whatever David conjured, I figured is haunting us because it has our blood. But Greg kind of disproves that for me. Like it seems to be the scar itself because his blood didn't change just because his arm's gone.
Is there anything unusual about the scar? Is it just a white line across our hand, or is it got, is it like a lightning bolt like Harry Potter? Or...
No, Harry Potter. John and Melinda can say that line gets when they saw it on Stacy going up her arm and into her chest, they saw it get wider in places and smaller and almost in a way look like a vein or something traveling up her body from there. For you guys, it is just entirely contained within your palm.
Can we put all of our palms on the table and look at them? And are they not just similar, but are they identical?
You know what? They look to be it outside of you having different sized hands and different shaped hands. The scars themselves are similar. You know what? You remember maybe Ray winced as they did his, so his has got a little bit off to the side or something like that. So they aren't perfectly identical. Here, identical. They're
so what if it wasn't that they were taking our blood out of us? It was that they were putting something inside of us. Because Stacy's grew. Stacy's grew as the thing took over her.
A symbol, a mark. We've been marked, like the mark of Cain or something. We have been marked.
Right, but what if it's
Melinda's words about defilement come back to mind as well?
What if they took the knife and dipped it in something like the demon's blood and then cut us so that each of us, because the scar grew.
He brought the knives for each of you. You never saw where the knives came from or what he might have done with them.
So we all each had a knife?
You each had a knife, and he collected them again afterwards.
We cut ourselves.
Yeah. Or did he cut us?
Or either one had, but either way, the blood splattered onto
whatever was on the knife went into us. And Greg, that explains why Greg is no longer infected with it, because he cut that part of his body got cut off.
Yeah, well, and he had it for
I don't
years,
want to cut off my arm.
It's not like it's circulating. I think we could just scoop it out.
You hear the sound of glasses crash off a tray outside to the floor. There's a sudden silence.
I put my hands on Greg.
And then you hear kind of a couple laughs from a table outside joined in with another, and profuse apologies from one of the waiting staff, and stuff moves around.
Plus, we're jumping at everything. Oh.
John, how do you shuffle, or how do you prepare your tarot cards before you
do? So actually, when John pulls the tarot cards out, they have a musty smell to them.
Ooh, yeah.
These are the same tarot cards that he has used going back to his childhood days. He thought about replacing them and buying, or maybe he did use a newer version of tarot cards, but they just didn't seem to work for him. And so he still has these old tarot cards. They have that smell if you've ever had like a playing card that you haven't, a deck that is too old, you haven't thrown, it's kind of got that smell to it. The cards are kind of marked and everything. He shuffles, he pile shuffles it, as opposed to, so he makes like stacks of like 7, and then he like puts the piles on top of each other, and he does it like 2 or 3 times, and then he's going to ask somebody at the table to, he's going to say, Alicia, if you please, will you cut the deck?
John, do your hands shake as you do this, or are you steady?
They do. This ritual, takes a lot of energy out of John. Now, mechanically, it cost him magic points, but he doesn't know what magic points are. So the only thing that he knows is that whenever he does this, it drains him of a lot of energy, and he can only do this maybe once or twice, once a day, maybe twice per day at most, because it takes some time to recover the energy that he loses from this. So before he does a tarot card reading, the first thing he has to do is he has to roll to see how many magic points it costs to even.
Yes.
But we need a question. We need a yes, no question still from the group.
I'll let you ask the question after you see the cards if you want.
Okay. Yes, that's what I'll do. So let me pay for the magic points first of all. Okay, that's a 3 plus 4. So this will cost John 7 magic points to do this. He has 9 magic points, so this takes him down to 2 magic points. So it definitely drains him. So to answer your question, yes, John is shaking while he is doing this, like physically. You see him begin to shake, and you see his voice begins to quiver a bit. Yes.
And Alicia.
So what cards do we see? So he flips over the top card that Alicia cut, and what do we see?
That card represents the past. And the card that you see drop is the Lovers.
The Lovers. And let's see.
Right side facing up.
Right side up. Yeah.
Right side up, Lovers. Okay. So when John sees this, he's going to talk about the cards once at a time. Well, one at a time.
And anyone else is welcome to share whatever knowledge or whatever take they have on it. It can be metaphysical.
Okay.
It can be based on specific meanings. It can be based on your interpretations in the moments as well.
Yeah. So John says, "Okay, this is the Lovers. It's upright. This refers to partnerships and duality and union. I think it refers maybe to us because we're partners and we form some kind of union."
Also to David, Murray, and Nathan.
Or David and Marie, David and Stacy, David and and Sarah.
In the past,
having a child.
Also duality, just like in Crowley's Moonchild and the embryos, like you said,
soul having 2 souls.
It's duality. Okay, and then
the present.
He flips over the second card.
The second card is the 8 of Swords.
Okay, and so
and that represents the present.
Yes, so that represents the present. Okay, so he tells them the second card represents the present. This is the 8 of Swords. Is it upright or reversed?
It is upright.
It is upright again. And he says, "Ooh, this card represents imprisonment, entrapment, and self-victimization."
Spirit is trapped in the body. People are trapped. We're trapped in the curse.
Yes. We are trapped. So in the past, we had a partnership. In the present, we're entrapped. We're imprisoned by this curse.
Self-victimization, is that because we bought this on ourselves? Do we deserve it?
Well, I don't know if we deserve it, but we agreed to do this.
I think we deserve it.
Oh, get a different answer from Melinda and for me, because she's Buddhist. Karma. I'm not sure I believe in karma, but maybe we deserved it. Maybe we don't. Are we always going to be held accountable for everything that we've done in the past when we were younger and stupider? No.
I don't believe that it's meaningful to ask if we deserve it. We are here. This is where we are.
Right.
And I know that the voices inside me want me to chew away and feel guilty and ashamed of everything. But that's part of the bullshit.
This is our reality now, whether we
This
deserve
is our
it or
reality. Yeah, everything is prologue. The past was the lovers. The past was our adolescent foolishness. The past is the past, and here we are today. And we do seem to be trapped, but that's nothing really to do with, if it's connected to our characters, it's because someone has played upon us. Someone has manipulated us. Someone has gaslit us, each individually, according to our own
Somebody has
natures.
imprisoned us.
Yeah. Somebody has put us in a prison and has used our own weaknesses against us.
What's the future card? And
it'll be revealed by the third and final card. And then John takes the third and final card and he flips it over.
Yeah. And perhaps to your surprise, or maybe you were expecting something more drastic or serious, you draw the Knight of Cups.
The Knight of Cups. And so it is, once again, is it upright or is it reversed?
It is upright.
It is upright again. So all three are upright. So he flips over the Knight of Cups. And let's see. He says, the Knight of Cups upright. This represents the future, following idealistic and romantic.
Artistic, charming, graceful.
Okay, that sounds good.
Is it for us, though?
It's our few. I think, yeah. This tarot card reading is for us.
Now we need to ask the question.
Do you see the same cards, Greg?
Greg closes the book and gets up to come towards you. I'll have you each roll a listen check at this point.
Okay.
Oh, 6. That is
nice.
54 over 40. I don't hear anything.
I'm going to spend the one luck to pass that.
Yeah.
I got a no 6. I have base 20, so I guess that's is that a hard or is that a extreme?
Yeah, I think it nothing to worry about for a hard or extreme for this one. For those who pass, it's not actually what you hear, it's what you don't hear, or more what you realize that you don't hear. The restaurant outside has gone completely silent. No sound of movement or plates or dishes clashing in the kitchen. No sounds of people talking out in the room outside. You suddenly realize that it sounds like you're completely alone in here.
God, Maggie's going to get up and look out the door of there because we have that private booth room, right? So
yeah,
private kid. I'm going to go out to the door. I'm just going to get up.
The lights are out in the rest of the restaurant.
Does it look like it's dark outside, or is it still daylight?
It looks like the curtains have been drawn.
Denny's never closes.
Yeah,
so it's an illusion.
It's bullshit.
It's not real.
We're getting close to the answer, I think.
You hear a child laugh from somewhere in the restaurant and suddenly feel something brush past your legs in the darkness and hear the kid's footsteps run further down the hall. You can't make them out in the darkness at all, but you hear them laughing and they call back behind them. Time is running out, Maggie. Free the Moonchild.
Little shit.
Do we all hear that or just Maggie?
Just Maggie hears that. In the room, John, as this is happening, you feel suddenly, you realize that the lighting is changing in the room and everything is dark. Your friends are gathered around the table, but they appear to you as nothing more than shadows now. As looking up, you feel like the sole light in the room seems to be a spotlight shining down upon you. Looking at the table again, you notice something bad start to happen. Your eyes just take in the cards again where Greg was just getting up to look at. And going over the cards, you see the lovers again, the past. And you see the angel standing behind the two figures begin to change. And what's actually revealed is the devil.
The devil in the past. And so John, when he sees the devil, he knows that this means and it's upright, right?
Yep.
Addiction, materialism, and playfulness.
You see beside that in the presence, the Eight of Swords. One of the swords disappears, and you see the person in the card literally moves, tearing the blindfold off their face. And you see the Seven of Swords is actually revealed in the present.
And the Seven of Swords is deception, trickery, and tactics and strategy. And he says this out loud. Yeah. John says this out, even if he can't sense anybody, whether anybody can hear what he's saying or not.
Yeah.
Just going to say it out loud.
Your eyes turn to the Knight of Cups, the noble, astride their steed, and you see the picture slowly begins to change into a different knight upon a steed.
Yeah.
The steed standing over the body of a deceased king.
Right.
Death.
Death.
Change.
Yes. So death is the end of cycle, beginnings, change, and metamorphosis.
Transformation.
He says all of these things out loud as well.
Yeah. And
Maggie is going to try to get back in the room because she wants to say we asked the wrong question.
We haven't asked.
We haven't asked a question yet.
The question's
been asked. John, this is your moment.
I know the question.
Yes, I'm going to. Do I hear Maggie say this?
From somewhere, you hear her voice very, very muffled, speaking something.
Maggie, what is the question?
Where is the Moonchild? We have to find him.
We can't ask that, Maggie. It must be a yes, no. Is it good? Is it to our benefit if we find the Moonchild?
Is it to your benefit if you find the Moonchild?
Stump the keeper.
You did, yeah. I knew you were going to. There's no way that the best question would, right? That is, and I mean every question it's like a hard yes no answer, or is it a light yes no answer?
Well, it'd be completely deceptive.
And does it mean that even if it is not to your benefit to find the Moonchild,
is it the right thing? Let me rephrase and ask.
Is it the right thing to do?
Is it the right thing to do to find the Moonchild?
That still could mean us all dying.
Yeah.
Or worse.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you risk your life and there's a chance that you die or that your soul gets condemned, but you can make the world a better place by doing it, then it may be worth the risk. So John
sure agrees.
He's willing to risk his life if he thinks he can make the world a better place.
If you haven't asked the question yet, how about Is there a way to see through the deception?
Well, we already know there is,
No,
but it's with
yeah.
you'd have to, with your mind, you have to make a sanity roll.
Reality check. Yes, a reality
Yeah.
check.
What question should we ask? That's the question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to ask the question. I'm going to do what I say.
All
I
right.
mean, it is
Yeah.
um is it is it the right thing to do?
That's moral though
just,
too. Is that
should we find the Moonchild? To make the world a better place. That's my question. Is seeking the Moonchild, is this going to make the world?
Will we survive if we find the Moonchild?
Yeah. I'm not even asking if we can survive it. I'm like, is this what we need to do to make things better? To make the world
for mankind.
How would you discriminate between using words of find the Moonchild versus rescue the Moonchild versus destroy the Moonchild? Maybe they're all the same thing. So in that case, I'll tell you that the answer is yes to one of those things.
Okay. And so the three things you said: find the Moonchild, rescue the Moonchild, destroy the Moonchild.
Yeah. Or possibly even other interpretations of is dealing with the Moonchild important for yourselves and the rest of the world? Yes.
Okay. So we should find the Moonchild.
Oh, Sawyer. God. And John, I'm going to have you roll a sand roll as this is happening because you are seeing the cards change in front of you as you've told them.
I would expect that. And that is a 100, a 0, 0, 0. Not kidding.
Oh, wow.
There's a 1 in 100 chance that would have happened. I just fumbled it.
I'm going to have you take a full 8.
All right. John is now, he goes down from 36 to 28 sanity. He is now indefinitely insane. And this triggers a bout of madness.
Yes.
So I'll roll a D8. So we're going to use Tom's.
Yep. There's going to be a mess to clean up. After we resolve this, we'll resolve everyone else can have a sanity check for at a lower pace.
I have rolled a 2 on my bout of madness table.
2 is flee in panic.
I'm gone. John, he doesn't even, he leaves the tarot cards on the table with the cards there and doesn't even mess with the tarot cards. He leaves, turns around, runs to the door and just runs. I'm going to roll to see how many rounds I'm fleeing.
Yep.
For 3 rounds, he's fleeing in panic.
Okay. Yep. You're
that's
able
probably
to,
a good 20 seconds or so.
Yep. Yeah. You clear the restaurant. You're outside.
You are not aware of where you're going. And when your time runs out, you roll Constitution to see if you just collapse and pass out at the end.
Okay. It's only 3 rounds, but all right.
Yeah, but you're running down the street, you're running down the alley, you're jumping over fences, It'll
take me 3 rounds to get out of the Denny's probably, but one round to get
there's nobody there.
yeah, exactly. Or is there?
1 round to get out of the room, 1 round to get out of the Denny's, and 1 round to get to the parking lot, probably, and then bout of madness.
So the rest of you in the room witnessed this changing of the cards as well. You'll find out after at some point that Greg only ever saw the second set of cards. The rest of you, not disbelieving the cards that first came up, saw them transform before you, saw and now kind of as John pushes aside, runs away, you can still see that card, the 7 of Swords, staring up at you from the center of the table. And as it watches you, it gives a bow, the little hat on the man's head in the picture sliding off his head to reveal the horns of the horned god. And I'll have each of you roll a sanity check as you're coming to terms with this.
Did John, as he ran out, tell us what the hell the answer was?
Yeah.
Nope. He just ran.
Oh, I got a 90.
I got an 11.
That's a fail.
Under 55.
I passed 17 under 60. No, wait, under 55.
Pass.
I passed 48 under whatever it is, 58 or so.
Okay.
So how much?
So it's going to be a D8 for any fails and a D4 for a pass.
Only 3, thank God.
Same.
3.
Only 1.
Two.
Got 3.
As the 5 of you who remain kind of either fall back in your chairs or fall aside, you see Greg looks freaked out. He's disturbed by the reading, but never saw the cards move, never saw anything happen, never saw the kid run by outside in the hallway. The rest of you hear the sound of the restaurant slowly begin to pick up again and noise kind of recur. Someone jostles in the hallway outside, and you hear the sound of plates sliding on plastic trays as they go and serve people. The sound of a kid crying echoes from the far side of the restaurant.
Thank God.
Anyone got a chainsaw?
Don't give the thing any ideas.
Well,
Chainsaw. Why do you want a chainsaw?
If the hand offendly cut it off.
Oh, chainsaw would be the worst possible way. Do it with a butcher knife or a cleaver.
I don't look. I don't have strong hopes for living. I don't want to cut off my hand before I die.
I'm afraid that if we don't break the curse, then we also become the weapons against each other. We become like Nathan, shooting each other, or I'm going to pick up John's cards because they went everywhere when he
Push the desk aside. Yeah, you're doing that, and the rest or the entire group of you remaining. I'm sorry, John, we're not going to bring you into the scene again quite yet. We'll get to you in a second here. The rest of you have a feeling that a server, or maybe it's John coming back, someone's waiting at the edge of your vision just on the outside of this kind of back room or special room area at the Denny's. And the person carefully enters, and a quick glance up, you can see that it's definitely not John. And at first you think, okay, it might be one of the waiters or one of the staff here, but he's not dressed like that. He's looks to be under 20 years old. He is wearing a backpack over a hoodie, and he stands and carefully chooses his steps as he steps into the room past the one chair that's been tipped over. Sorry, I just lost my view of the screen here. What did I do? He looks at each of you, and you can see he's got one hand kind of tucked behind his backpack as he comes in.
Tackle that man.
And he stands back and says, wait, listen to me. Alicia, Melinda, Maggie, Eric, and Ray. He looks at Greg and kind of squints his eyes and says, John, I've been watching you. I know what you're about. I know what you're up to. And I'm here to put an end to it.
I grabbed the table knife.
Yeah. He's got to be maybe 18, and he's just at the edge of the room.
18?
Yeah, about that, you'd guess. And
who are you? We don't even know what you are.
I am the wizard. Michael is my name. And you shall feel my wrath.
David's kid?
Fuck, it's David's kid.
David and Beatrice. Was it Beatrice?
Bridget, yeah.
Bridget.
Maggie is just going to go right up into his face. You little fucking shit. And just grab him.
And he's not a super heavy kid by any means. And he takes a few staggered steps back and says, don't you dare. I'm going to show you my willingness and my kindness of If you swear to me now that you will accept me as your master and that you will share your knowledge of magic with me and give me the parts of the ritual that you were once part of with my father, then I will let you serve me in the kingdom to come.
What are you talking about?
Maggie's gonna punch him right in the face.
You little
Like,
crackhead.
I will try and
You.
sneak round the back.
Yeah.
And I curse at him in Greek.
I'm not bringing out the gun yet because I don't know how to use it.
Oh yeah, the gun is just on the table there.
Oh no, it's in my. I put it away because I took it off.
Put it away. He did not leave it in the Denny's on the table.
Okay. Maggie, in that case, I'm gonna have you roll to hit.
All right, just fight and brawl. Of course, it's base. That is a 98, so that is not good.
He takes a few steps back, and while this is happening, Melinda, I'm going to have you roll stealth quickly.
Fail.
He notices you and pulls back the other way. You're not able to circle behind him, and at last he pulls out and brandishes the weapon behind his back.
What is it?
It's a stick. It looks like it has some carvings in it and a little bit of metal melted on one side of it. You're guessing that it's a wand, maybe? And he stands ready to cast. Ray, how are you reacting to this?
I'm sitting down and waiting for things to shake out for a little bit.
I'm going to dive for the wand.
Okay. Yes. You launch yourself forward and pitch yourself towards him.
I will fall over to one side and grab the mace from my bag.
Yep. Okay. Sounds good.
You're going to spray it right in my face. It's like
yeah, a couple
comedy of errors.
Critical fail rolls could go badly here. Okay, go ahead, Alicia.
I rolled a 4.
Yeah.
So I grab a hold of it.
Yeah, you grab a hold of it and
I try to wrench it away from him.
A look of panic and frustration crosses his face, and as he's doing that, Melinda, you get the mace. He's fighting with Alicia. Alicia's got 2 hands on it, and she's getting it out of his hands. It's
okay. I'm going to calmly stand up and spray the mace in his face, so there can be no accidental hitting Alicia or anything while the two of them are jostling together. Range 0.
Range 0. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I think I'll. He's fighting like they're scrambling over it, so I think I will have you make some kind of roll. But I think what I'll do is I'll give you a bonus die on it. You explained pretty particularly that there is a low chance of failure here. At the very least, I think we'll cut off, unless you roll me a nice 100. I don't think.
No, 36.
36. Okay, and I'm guessing that's under or close to any type of physical attack.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, my brawl is 25, but I'm not brawling here. I'm just standing up calmly, and there's 2 people jostling, and I'm just getting one of them in their face.
Yeah. Alicia, you feel his hands give as he releases the wand into your head. His hands rush up to his face, and he's shrieking and screaming and kind of falls to his knees.
I look at this thing. Does it look like magic, or does it look like some stupid 18-year-old punk made crafts in his...
You're really reluctant to believe it's magic.
Okay. I think I yell out, I think he's under control too. I think he's deluded.
Probably
water, please, water.
He's probably on drugs. He's a fucking loser like his father.
I'll get some water, put it in his face. But,
I was going to go closer to have the gun on me. I don't want him near it.
What?
Yeah.
What
Eric,
spell was that?
What spell was that?
He's stupid as his father too.
Michael, sit down. Have you been locked up or something? Do you know where you are?
Yeah, I'm at the Denny's on on Broadway.
Is this your first time here?
I think my parents took me here a couple of years ago. But I saw last night in my crystal ball that you would be here. I know what you've been up to, sneaking around trying to destroy my family.
We're trying to survive. What the hell's going on? Can you tell us? Who's your family? David
and Bridget, my mom. Yeah, I think they were part of some wizard group with you years ago. But my mom isn't into any of that stuff. But my dad tells me lots of stories about it and about all the spells.
We were a bunch of stupid college kids. We weren't a wizard group.
We think your dad has pulled something into this universe that's trying to kill us all.
My dad is half the wizard that I am.
Well,
I've done something that he couldn't dream of.
What have you done?
What have you done?
Oh,
I cured myself. When I was 10 years old or 9 years old, the doctor said I had pancreatic cancer and I had months to live at best. And that was when I found that there was a second part of me, that there was another part that spoke to me sometimes, and it gave me the power to cast magic. And using that, I healed myself. And since then, I've grown stronger and more powerful. The other kids used to laugh at me. Well, or my main tormentor, quarterback, he's in the hospital for a broken collarbone right now. Suddenly people are paying attention to me as my powers grow. But over the last couple of nights, I've seen visions of the six of, and he looks at Greg oddly again and said, well, where's John?
He had to step out for a minute.
He tried to ask some supernatural thing a question, and then he got scared.
Danny's here now.
Look, Michael, have you been torturing us? Have you been throwing things at us, making Zoltan the Magnificent come to life? And is that you? Are you doing that?
He stares at you, blank and confused.
There's something else.
Michael, how'd you cure it?
How did the voice talked to me. It taught me the words to say. It told me that I was special.
Is Sean your little brother?
Who's Sean?
Was it Sean?
It was Sean, but
there's
another story. He doesn't know.
Do you know that you don't know that a name Sean? Do you know the name Brandon?
No.
Bradley. Do you know
Bradley?
Oh.
He doesn't know anything. He's just getting bits and pieces, and this thing is fucking with him just like it's fucking with us.
It's using him.
You don't know Nathan and Marie either. They're friends of your dad.
Yeah. They come over once in a while to talk to my dad. The Nathan's shown me told me about the powers of magic too. I don't think he has the magic powers that I do either.
Yeah, Mikey, your parents' real enemies are Nathan and Mary. They're the real enemies.
Well,
wow.
The real enemy is a demon. And I think that Mike, it's Mike. Your name is Mike.
Sure.
There's a demon it's been whispering to you and teaching you things. But it's the real dangerous thing. And something that we did, something that your dad did way back before you were born caused this. And I think that it sent you here to try to do something, but I don't think you're to blame. I don't think it has anything to do with you.
So why do you think we're bad, Michael? Just from your crystal ball? Nothing else?
Yeah. I thought it was a stupid toy that my dad bought for me for the longest time. And then one night it started showing me things.
Is it black with a big 8 on it?
Oh, yeah. No. No.
Answers your questions. Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. No, he describes it. It does sound like a toy.
Yeah, well, it told him
this
that
thing-
we'd be here at Denny's. That's as convincing as John's
Wait.
card trick, isn't it?
Yeah. This thing is
How-
messing with this kid.
We have to
What
stop.
have we done that's so bad, Michael?
What have I done?
What have we done?
What have you
You've
done?
been watching us. Yeah, you say we've been doing bad things. What exactly?
Well, you killed that lady in the hospital. I saw that. I don't know how she connects to my dad, but I think she was one. You're slowly killing each person in the group to consolidate their power in yourselves. What did you guys do in that ritual? Do those scars give you the powers?
That is
We
not what
didn't
is
kill
happening
that
here.
lady. That's not what's happening. We can't trust what we see, and that the illusion will cause us to destroy one another. It's not real.
The voices have always helped me. They've told me where my dad hides books. They've given me power. They helped me defeat the bully at school.
David,
They're
Nathan,
tricking
Marie,
you and they're
all of
using
them.
you.
Yeah.
All of
They have real power to say some things, but they also have the power to deceive. And you can say they've helped you, and I believe that they have, but they can also give illusion. They're very powerful. Illusion is part of it, but some of the things are actually real. And that's the problem.
You see, he deflates in front of you, and his lip quivers a bit tellingly.
Was there a price to be paid for the cure that you had cancer?
No, I don't think so.
there wasn't a price.
There wasn't a price. Good.
Let's flash outside to John. John, you're standing in the middle of the Denny's parking lot. Outside, it's mid-morning. You're kind of leaned over, hands on your knees, catching your breath, panting. What's going through your head?
So I'm scared. I'm like the most scared I probably have been in my life, or at least in a long time. The way those cards changed. The tarot card readings in the past have always been good. You know, they've been good for me. They're draining, but I've always gotten something satisfaction. I've always gotten a satisfying answer. And now, whatever this thing is, it has even taken over the tarot cards. And John believes that he's marked for death and that his days are numbered. And he just wanted to get away from it as fast as he could. He gets to the parking lot. He starts to breathe heavily.
Yeah.
And he remembers his friends.
Yeah, a vehicle is pulled up in the stall beside you. You can see there's still people moving around. You remember your friends.
Yes. So his first thought is as soon as he catches his breath, he's gonna head back in because he's thinking he wants to run away from this. He just wants to get away as far as he can. But then if he does, he doesn't know what's going to happen to his friends. So he feels like he does have a duty to help his friends.
You notice at that point that the vehicle that just pulled up beside you in the parking lot where you're panting in one of the stalls is a red truck, fairly beat up. And as the driver door opens, you hear a deep voice say, "Good morning, John. It looks like you guys beat me out here for breakfast. Come along. We should have a quick talk."
You guys, it's just me. What are you talking about?
And you can see Nathan is climbing out of the truck, holding a gun pointed at you.
God dang it.
Come on, get in now.
No, I'm not going to get in. You want to shoot me in this parking lot, you can go to prison.
Listen, I'll shoot you if I have to, but you got to hear my side of this. Get in the car. We'll drive.
I'm
We'll
not
talk
going to
about
get
it.
in the car. You can tell me right here in the parking lot. You got something to say, spit it out.
He looks around and says, "Listen, I don't want to do this. I don't want to kill an old friend. You got to come back. I can't do it. Marie will tell you. She can explain it. You got to listen. We're trying to do the right thing here."
Get out of the car and talk to me right now. We're in the parking lot. We can have a conversation right here. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not getting in a car with you. You got something to say. If Marie's got something to say it.
And he's like, I don't want it to be like this. And as he gets out, you can see that on the side of his face, as he gets out of the truck, he's got a welt that's like tearing his skin open on his cheek. It takes you only a second before you realize that you've seen it before on covering Stacy's body.
Nathan, you're not well. You
You're damn right.
need
I'm not
help.
well.
I'm a nurse. I can help you.
Fuck. And he shoots the ground beside your feet, and the gun goes off. You hear people scatter.
Other people scatter, other people. So it's a gun, not a book this time.
And it ricochets off the sidewalk, and you hear it hits a vehicle somewhere else in the parking lot.
Just tell me what you're going to say. If I'm not going anywhere, I'm standing right here. I'm standing right here. I'm going to listen to what you have to say. I'm not getting in your car.
We heard the shot from inside the building.
Yeah, you guys hear the shot as you're talking to Michael, and suddenly there's a shot outside. Listen, I don't want to do this, but I will if I have to. He wants to see you.
Who is he?
The damn boy.
I want to see the boy too, but I want to take my friends with me. I'm not going alone.
I think Maggie, like when she hears the gunshot and all that's going on, she likes to run up to see what the hell's going on because she's an idiot, apparently. So I'm going to run to the the front.
I think we're all going to move that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to pay the bill though before we leave.
I'll just leave a bunch of cash on the table.
And I've got Michael sort of in hand. Yeah, I've got Michael in hand.
Yeah, and your group starts to move out.
You don't have to intimidate. You don't have to try to intimidate me, Nathan. All you got to do is just tell us what you want. We want to see the boy too. So you're preaching to the choir. I'll go see him. You tell me where he is. I'll go see him.
He's at Marie's.
Nathan?
Well, let me get my friends and we're all go over to Marie's then.
Maggie's,
anything else to tell me?
Maggie's first out of the restaurant and comes to stand out in the parking lot. Everyone else, Alicia's coming along, dragging Michael along. He seems unaware of whatever this is going on. Ray, as you're leaving at the back of the group with Bowser, Greg turns to you and says, I think I got something. Right at the end. I think there's something here that you guys can use.
Yeah, I'll hang back and talk to him. What is it, Greg? What did you see?
There's another ritual in this book, the last one, and he's begins reading it to you. We'll cut back outside as the others head outside. The rest of you see across in the center of the parking lot, Nathan standing outside his truck, aiming a gun at John very, very close distance. John seems to be doing a good job standing up to him.
And Maggie's just, Nathan, put the fucking gun down. Put it down now.
We have Michael.
And he gives a derisive laugh at that.
We're not going to hurt him. And I whisper in Michael's ear, I say, you see, he's got a gun pointed at us.
Give me back my wand. I think I can get him.
I think you shouldn't fool around with demons.
Yeah, well,
I'm going to hand him the wand though, because I think it's just a stick with,
Nathan turns the gun back to John and said, well, if the others will come, then fine, but you're riding with me.
I'm riding with you. All right. So I turn to I turn to the others and say, Nathan wants us to all go to Marie's. He says the Moonchild is there. So he insists that I ride with him.
That's not David's house, though. We can't go to David's house.
He said, Marie, you're right. I turn again to Nathan. Marie's house, you said, right?
Marie's house.
Nathan, who is this boy? Is this the Moonchild? Do you know if this is the Moonchild?
Is it Brandon?
We call him Bradley.
Bradley.
But I don't.
We gotta go.
You know what? I'll go with you, Nathan.
Find the Moonchild.
I'll go with you. My friends are gonna follow.
Unhand that man. Michael's gathered his courage and steps forward with the wand. And Nathan says, come on, Mikey. You know, after all those things I talked to you about magic, you should just let me do this. Me and your Uncle John here got to go talk to Aunt Marie, and the others are all going to come. You ride with them. No more time for that. It's time for answers. These fair folk have told me that more goes on behind my eyes than I have been told.
Mikey, shut the fuck up.
Mikey's playing.
Let's get in the car.
If
you come with me, Mikey.
And Mikey makes a gesture with the wand, and give me a second here. You hear the sound of a nearby windshield crack after he gestures it, and then
one of the park ones
explodes, and a parked vehicle window crashes or explodes.
No, that the coincidence, that shit did not just happen.
It's the demon. Don't believe it.
Are you going to try to disbelieve it, Maggie?
Let's go and find.
I'm not disbelieving. I'm just like, I know it happened, or I saw it happen. I'm not accepting that it was the wand yet. But I don't know if it's denying yet, because I know it happened. I don't know.
Let's go find out.
Let's go and
Nathan
let's go to Myers.
And he says, put it down. It is like, kid, don't mess with this stuff. Is that? And you can see that he's pulled the gun off John and is now aiming it at Michael. And Michael says, fine, you asked for this. Magic missile.
No.
And as he yells magic missile, the only thing you guys hear is the sound of a gunshot.
I was going to try to shove Michael out of the way. But...
Oh, okay. I will let you roll. I'll have you roll that as a dodge.
7. My dodge is 27. So I rolled 27, and I just.
Yeah, I think you're. I'm glad you passed. So I think you not only push him out of the way, but it misses
I don't
you
get
as
hit.
well. Yeah. And you hear the sound of a car alarm go off elsewhere in the park.
Since I'm the one that's closest physically to Nathan, I'm going to try to disarm him.
Yes, go ahead. And I'll have you do that as a typical physical attack roll.
So fighting brawl, that's not my best skill, but at this point, he doesn't want to see his friends get shot.
How many charges does a mace canister have?
I don't know, actually.
It depends. Is it bear spray? You could have bear spray, which would.
I rolled a 95 over 25, so that is a fail.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's
not a fumble. It's one away
yeah.
from a fumble, but it's not. It's just a regular fail.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. So he's able to slip out of your grasp. I think we've had Alicia make a move now, John make a move. Maggie, Eric, did you go outside?
Eric's been, yeah, he's outside. He's been mostly like standing in the back, you know. But now that the gunshot has gone off, he's kind of gonna duck behind like a wall or like a car or something. And despite how foolish it might be, he's going to fumble and pull out Nathan's gun that he took earlier. And he's like fumbling with the safety, trying to figure it out.
Nicely done.
Keeper, is anyone for? I mean, there were people that panicked before the first time he shot the gun at the ground. Have you heard any sirens, or has anyone else come to peek out from the restaurant? Or I'm assuming somebody's calling the police at this point because there's now been 2 gunshots.
I think it's likely in the distance you do hear sirens.
It's a typical Sunday morning in the parking lot at Denny's.
Well, yeah, but still.
Those are for someone else.
It's usually other people, not us.
Those are because we forgot to pay our bill.
That's the only reason.
No, you paid it.
Well, I'm just a journalist. The police will expect me to be here taking photographs. So I know them all.
But guys, we're not going anywhere. The cops are on the way. Nathan has that gun. I think
we're gonna do a round here. Oh, sorry, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Oh no, go ahead. She's just like saying that we can't go anywhere with you right now, Nathan. The cops are all after you. Everyone saw you shoot that gun. They seem to do it twice. This isn't yesterday in the library when you tried to shoot them with a book. This is real, and you're in trouble right now.
He's panicking now and screams and raises the gun and fires it at you. But before he does that, I'm going to have John give me a roll, a spot hidden quickly.
Okay. All right. So that is a 54 under 55. So by 1 point, I passed. That's a regular success.
I think you noticed that another 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 of these welts have opened up on Nathan's skin while this is happening. And you can see from his bloodshot eyes and crazed expression that he's losing control a bit, but this is also happening at the same time as Michael is unleashing his spells. And remembering that back to the hospital and all the strange phenomenon happening while Alicia and Melinda were at the store, and Eric and Ray were at the library and things were happening, how that corresponded with Stacy's sudden deterioration, and that you're seeing the same effect now happening in Nathan. We're going to do the next round in initiative order. We've kind of just been freewheeling it. So I have the list by dexterities. So the first person to act in the round is going to be John at 7.
Yeah, I tried it last time and I failed. I've got to get the gun out of this guy's hand, or he's gonna kill somebody or hurt somebody. So I'm just gonna keep trying to disarm him, knock that gun out of his hand if I can.
Okay. He's a big guy, and you jump at him. Go ahead. I'm gonna roll an opposing here.
Okay. Ooh, that's I got close enough. I got a 32 over 25. I can spend 7 points of luck and I can get a regular success. And I think I will spend 7. So that's a regular.
He also got a regular success dodging you, though.
Okay. So
yeah, I rolled a 21 for him under 40.
All right, so he dodges my attempt then.
Yeah.
Dodge wins ties.
Care to spend a little more and make it a
Let me see here. So if I want to disarm him, I have to go down to a 12, so that will be an additional 13. Yeah, I'll spend 13 more luck and I'll get a hard success to disarm him.
Okay, yeah. So I think in that case,
Takes me down to
rather
14 luck.
rather than fully disarm him, you grab him, and now the gun's pointing everywhere. It scrolls across the group. It comes back. Is you haven't ripped it from his hand, but the two of you are fighting over it.
We're all
Okay.
ducking.
And it's moving back and forth. Next in the order, I have Melinda at 65.
Okay, I'm gonna duck behind a car and then make my way, try and sneak round behind them to repeat what I wanted to do with Michael.
Yeah. Okay. In the chaos of this, I'm not going to have you make a stealth check. You're able to make your way around pretty easily. That's also going to take you out of the main target.
And I'm getting my mace ready. I'm told that there are 5 to 10 charges in a mace canister. So the question for Nathan is whether he feels lucky today.
Well, do you? Okay. From there, we'll go down to Maggie at 60.
Maggie's he pointed the gun at her, but it looks like the gun is moving now.
Yep, now it's
I think Maggie is going to try to just, since she's there, she's going to try to punch him while that's going on. Let's just throw a punch at him.
You close the distance. You think John's getting the better of him. John seems to be pulling out, but he hasn't quite pulled it right out of his hand. And you close the distance. Give me a swing.
And you get a bonus dice because Nathan is outnumbered.
Ah, okay.
Ah, yes, very true.
And that makes it an 08 with the bonus. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Otherwise, it would have been a 98. So we got an 08. Boom.
Nice. Yeah, go ahead.
So that
unarmed.
Unarmed. It's boom. Wait, so that's a hard success, but it's not a extreme.
Not an extreme. Okay, yeah.
And 1d3 plus my damage bonus. That's a 6. So that's 3 plus my damage bonus is, what is my damage bonus?
I can look to here. Sorry.
It's on the bottom corner of your sheet.
Oh, bottom corner.
Bottom right corner.
Looks like 0 for you.
0. Yep. Okay, so it's just 3.
Yeah,
yep,
so just 3.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. I'll write that down. And yeah, you absolutely clock him.
That'll make the mace sting a little more.
Yeah. What I guess I better. Who do I have next in the list is I think Ray is back in the restaurant talking with Greg, and Greg's explaining, and then you do this and then that, and going through the whole thing. I have next in my order is Alicia at 55.
So I've grabbed Michael and pulled him down behind a car. And I say, bullets can still kill you if they hit you. I say, do you know any other spells like heat metal? Can you make the gun hot in his hand so that he drops it?
He's like, I knew you were a wizard. And he's like, I've never tried that one, but I can try it. And he seems
scoot around behind the back of the car so that you can see him, but he can't shoot you.
And
you're a good boy.
He begins to try to work himself up, and you hear him saying words that you're pretty sure aren't really magic. But we'll go from there over to Eric at 50.
Eric, maybe for a moment, he's about to get up the courage to shoot this piece of shit. And he turns out of the car and he realizes everyone's there beating the crap out of him. There's no way he's going to hit anyone but one of his friends. So he, maybe in a hasty decision, he just tucks the gun back where it was. And he's going to go and try to hit Nathan because it's going to feel good to hit Nathan.
Also with a bonus dice.
Yeah, I want to hit him in the stomach.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That is a 45 on the dot, so I just a regular. With a bonus die, let me try that. Just a 45.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, and he's already used his reaction to fight back against John. So I don't think I think he's being more or less held steady by John as John's wrestling the gun out of his hand. So yeah, you connect
2 damage just for a D3.
2 damage, and that's enough to take him off guard enough that John is able to wrestle the gun out of his hand.
Don't eat metal. Don't eat metal.
All right. Okay. Well done, Eric.
Wait, which one of us has Nathan's real gun now?
Yeah. Where is the real gun? And
the book gun or the real gun? Maggie's gonna mention, look, guys, you hear the sirens, the police are here. Everyone's called the police. We're stuck here. I mean, if there any of us that could maybe sneak away to go see Mari and see if we can, I don't know. I think we're going to have to deal with the police before anything.
I will stay here and I will deal with the police, and maybe
it's actually Nathan's turn, so he turns and tries to punch John in the face.
Oh, not nice. I can react to this. I'm gonna dodge.
Okay, he failed. He rolled an 85 over 40, so he doesn't.
I also failed, but he still misses.
Yeah, he still misses, and it's a wild swing, and that puts us to John at the top of the next round.
Okay, so I got
Maggie's
the gun.
Had
now.
a chance to speak. You can hear her encouraging a different course of action than fighting in a Denny's parking lot to the death. You have the gun.
Make this all look like Nathan is the attacker and we're just innocent bystanders.
We're making a citizen's arrest here.
He started shooting.
Yeah. We've got witnesses. We've got at least 6 witnesses plus more.
I think gunpowder on his hands. He shot the gun.
Right. Well, they're still going to ask us questions. But
yeah, I think we're stuck here for a bit.
Right. So I'm going to I'm just going to put the gun away. I'm going to maybe put it into my bag or something like that. Or I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I want to put it where he can't get to it.
Throw it into the dumpster.
Well, the police are going to ask about the weapons.
Police are going to be here in a few minutes, and there are plenty of people who will have recorded this with the.
Right. I'm going to say, Nathan, give it up. Phones. It's over.
I'm happy to stay here, but it seems like if all of us are staying here, then we're just going to be taken down to the police station and statements taken.
Greg can stay here. You can come with us to Marie's house, Melinda.
Yeah, I've never met any of you people. I close the blinds.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Actually, Ray and Greg need to be together so that
they need to be together.
What we need to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm used to the police, to dealing with the police. If we run away, then they're going to chase after us, we become persons of interest. If I stay and maybe John, then we can explain what happened and that we've got, not all of us, but it will release. Alicia and Maggie and so on don't need to be here.
How about Maggie, Eric, me, and Michael? And I guess John, we get in our car.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I will sacrifice the next few hours.
Well, we still have Nathan to worry about.
We need to get Nathan tied up.
Yeah, I mean,
what the hell are you doing, Nathan? You shot at my son? And you see David Barber step out between several vehicles and walk forward, also holding a gun.
Oh, David's got a gun. David's here now.
God dang it.
God.
Everybody put your guns away.
The police.
You guys.
We're on our second gunman now.
You've figured it all out, haven't you?
This town hasn't changed.
I guess there's no hope for me then. And you see the top of David's head burst open as blood and brains splatter across the parking lot.
Oh, God, in front of Michael? He just did that?
In front of Michael, you guys can roll sanity.
No, it's more bullshit. More bullshit.
I grab Michael.
That's a failure.
Apparently, this doesn't bother me at all.
That is
John was. David's such an asshole that you're not.
I'm not sad.
Worried. Yeah.
So failed.
For those who fail, it's a D6. For those who pass, it's 1, except for Melinda, because Melinda called it out right away. And you see the body crumple to the ground, and it is young man, a bit older than Michael, who looks incredibly dirty. His clothes are stained and torn. And he's on his side in the parking lot on the ground, laughing. His long, lank blonde hair, kind of smudged with dirt, rubs into the ground underneath him. And as he laughs, he looks back up at you guys as he disappears into the pavement.
John's gonna have another bout of madness.
Okay.
I have now lost 6 sanity points today since breakfast, which we're still.
I rolled a 7 on your chart, Tom, for the bout of madness.
7 is hallucination. You want to do a 1d4?
Yep. That's a 1.
Oh, then you get a phobia or a mania. What do you think would be appropriate?
Weapons might be. Seeing guns or something like that might be appropriate.
Afraid of Denny's.
Afraid of Denny's. Afraid of breakfast.
Open spaces, maybe.
Wait, don't eat before lunch. It's
moons over Miami phobia.
I'm gonna say that it's a fear of weapons, and he's gonna do what Alicia suggested him to do before. He's just gonna take the gun and just throw it toward the dumpster.
Yeah.
In the direction, and he's just gonna. He's never wants to touch or be around a gun again after this. He's got a phobia of guns.
Yeah, and looking behind you, you see Nathan stagger on his feet a second. His face and skin is a mismatch of these welts opening his body as this happens. And he opens his mouth to say something to John and Maggie, and a great gush of blood bursts out of his mouth, splashes down the front of him, and he topples over forward to the ground. You can see his body continuing to deteriorate on the ground.
Oh, God.
That I believe.
If you think that worth another sanity, go for it. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna do one because I don't think I saw Stacy have that. So that's a pass.
I didn't either. I'm gonna do another sanity.
I failed that one.
Yeah, this one is definitely real, directly in front of you. So those who fail, it'll be a D6. Those who succeed, it'll be a D4.
Okay, I've lost.
John's already in
that was
about
6.
So
I lost 6. Oh man.
So my cumulative for today is 5.
No, it has to be all at once.
Okay, good.
Inside the diner, the waitress.
I lost 6 just now, though.
6 just now? Oh my, okay, that is going to be an in check. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
The waitress passes by Ray and Greg and just says, "Hey, do you boys need some more coffee? Want to fill up? Whatever's going on outside seems like it's slowing down now."
Yeah,
it happens all the time, right?
Gunshots, right?
Yeah. Okay. It looks like some people have stepped up and maybe taken care of it. I don't know. It's the police will be in any second. They might have some questions, but
yeah. Well, I'll have some more coffee. I'm not going outside as long as there's men with guns out there.
Yeah, better stay in here. I'm
okay. Thank you.
And you can see she's ushered a lot of the other guests back into the kitchen and back into kind of the back rooms. The staff seem to be trying very hard to keep everyone calm and relaxed. Back outside, Maggie, you have failed your in check.
I have.
So you were able to brush this off as madness and don't fall victim to a bout of madness. Oh yeah, we are getting close. Sorry, we'll wrap it up here. And by the time the police stop and you can see officers getting out and coming out to look around, you can just see there's only a small puddle and clothes left on the ground where Nathan was. And the first officer out of the police car kind of looks down at that and looks up at the rest of you and says, "What is this? Some kind of joke?"
No, there was a madman.
And we'll end the episode there. So, thank you, guys.
Wow. Our players included Sawyer Hill, Andrew Buchanan, Joe Bardalis, Kaylin McDowell, Justin Baumgartner, and myself with Mike McKen as the keeper of Arcane Lore. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons who are listed in the closing credits. If you'd like to show us your appreciation, please visit our Patreon page, or you can use the thanks button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows, and leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answer any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck, good gaming.